Hi everyone, I hope everyone is doing well and staying safe. Today we're going to be talking about putting sentences in order from beginning to end in a way that makes logical sense. So what we're going to have here is we're going to have a couple of sentences and our task is to put them in order from the beginning to end in order to form a coherent, logical story or passage or whatever they're trying to give us. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to read all of the sentences, and then once we do that, we're going to try and figure out what the author is trying to tell us, what the purpose is. And once we figure out the purpose, we can put the sentences in order. So let's go ahead and read this first one. In 1912, the Red Sox won the first baseball game played there. Since then, thousands of baseball games have been played at Fenway Park, and that is still in use today. Fenway Park is the oldest ballpark in the United States and an important sports landmark. Okay, so what we were trying to do is now we want to figure out what the purpose of this passage is. Well, the purpose of this passage is to talk about Fenway Park. As you can see, all of the sentences somehow relate back to Fenway Park in either events that happened there or kind of what its history is. So because of that, we can assume that the first sentence is going to be introducing us to Fenway Park. So the sentence that best introduces us is this last one, because as we can see, it says Fenway Park is the oldest ballpark in the United States and an important sports landmark. So this sentence is introducing the park and it's getting us ready for what's to come. So we're going to go ahead and drag this one up here first. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to look for either a detail that helps put this event into perspective. So now we have to pick from these two sentences. In 1912, the Red Sox won the first baseball game played there, or since then, thousands of baseball games have been played at Fenway Park, and it is still in use today. So the actual detail of the park is in the second sentence. In 1912, the Red Sox won the first baseball game played there. And we know that this makes sense because the final sentence ends with since then. So it's kind of having a transition from the second sentence to this last sentence. So now if we read all of these sentences from beginning to end, the passage should make a lot more sense. Fenway Park is the oldest ballpark in the United States and an important sports landmark. In 1912, the Red Sox won the first baseball game played there. Since then, thousands of baseball games have been played at Fenway Park, and that is still in use today. So let's go ahead and submit it. And we got it. So as you can see, when we're trying to put things in logical order from beginning to end, we first want to identify the purpose of the passage. So what is the author trying to tell us? Why are they trying to tell us this information? Why is it important? And so once we do that, once we identify the purpose of the passage, we can start by putting introduction sentences, followed by details, and then followed by either some sort of transition sentence or transition phase that leads into the conclusion. And that is how you order sentences from beginning to end.